Hello, my name is Josh Easter, and I am the machine agent for the Braille and Talking Book Library in South Dakota.
And my name is Lynette Toom, and I am one of 3 reader advisors for the Braille and Talking Book Library in South Dakota.
Today we are going to go over the basics of using the digital talking book machine so that you can listen to the talking books we send you. First, we'll look at the standard player.
Position the player so the side with the opening and pull-out handle faces you, and the power cord is in the back. The power cord can be plugged into any standard outlet, and the player does not need to remain plugged in all the time. It is very portable, and the handle makes it easy for you to carry it from room to room, or even outside or in the car. On top of the player are several buttons of different shapes and colors. The round red button on the left side is the power button. Push once to turn the player on.
Player on. Press any button to learn about its function.
Once the player is turned on, but before a book cartridge is inserted, you can press each button and it will tell you its function. This is a good way to learn about the player and its functions. Or you can press and hold the green Play Stop button until it says Standard Player User Guide. This will explain all of the functions that we are going to be talking about. Directly above the handle is the green square Play Stop button. After you have inserted a book cartridge into the opening, it will start playing. If it doesn't, press this button to start listening to the book.
3. Books.
Left Neglected.
Current position.
Left Neglected. By Lisa Genova.
Time remaining 10 hours 51 minutes.
Press the same button to stop listening. To the left of the Play Stop button is a white triangle-shaped Rewind button, which will take you backward in the book. To the right is a white triangle-shaped Fast Forward button, which will move you forward into the book. Tap either one once to move 5 seconds. Press and hold will move farther. Holding one of these buttons for 10 seconds will move 15 minutes in the book. Holding for longer will move chapter by chapter, giving an audible beep for each chapter. Each button press gives audible feedback about how far ahead or back the player is moving in the book.
Forward 5 seconds. Forward. Forward 20 seconds. Forward 1 minute. Forward 5 minutes. Forward 15 minutes. Forward 30 minutes. Jump forward by chapter. New location.
Chapter 2.
Directly above the Play Stop button is a white crescent moon-shaped button. This is the sleep timer. This button turns the player off after 15 minutes, so the book does not keep playing should you fall asleep. Press once for 15 minutes, twice for 30 minutes, and so on up to 60 minutes.
Sleep 15 minutes. 30 minutes.
Chapter 2.
45 minutes. 60 minutes.
Mom, can I have a...
Sleep cancel.
To the right of the sleep timer are 2 yellow-shaped arrow buttons, which are the volume buttons. The up button increases the volume. The down button lowers the volume.
Volume up. Volume down.
Tone and speed buttons are on either side of the speaker. These are the white arrow-shaped buttons. The tone buttons are to the left of the speaker and control how the voice reading the book sounds.
Tone up. Tone down. Normal.
The speed buttons are to the right of the speaker and control how fast the book plays.
Speed up. Speed down. Normal.
Playing a book. The book cartridge is approximately the size of a cassette. It does not need to be turned over or rewound. The hole is a finger hole that you can use to help you push the cartridge into or pull the cartridge out of the machine. It is designed so it can be inserted only one way into the machine. First, press the round red power button to turn the player on.
Player on. Press any button to learn about its function.
To insert the cartridge, hold it with the hole facing you and the white label facing up. Then push it gently into the opening above the handle. The part with the hole remains outside the slot.
Three. Books.
Left neglected.
Current position.
Chapter 2.
Time remaining 10 hours 11 minutes.
Once the cartridge is in place, the machine will start playing the book. Or, if it does not, press the square green Play Stop button. To remove the cartridge, grab it by the finger hole and gently tug it out. If you remove the cartridge before the book is finished, you can put it back in at a later time and the book will pick up where it left off.
Now we'll look at the advanced talking book player.
The advanced player has all the same buttons as the standard player, with an additional row of buttons running across the middle of the player, right below the speaker. These buttons will enable you to have greater control navigating a book, place bookmarks, and get more information about a book. Information, Info button, white diamond with raised dot in the center. Press the Info button to hear the current reading position, book information, battery status, and power source. If you press the Info button repeatedly, you will be able to move through each of these information items.
Information. Current time elapsed 4 minutes. Book title. The battery charge remaining 12 hours. Battery powered. Current position. Chapter 2.
Or you can press and hold the Info button until you hear Advanced Player User Guide.
Time elapsed. Book title. Advanced Player User Guide. Current position. Section 3. Introduce.
To close the user guide, press and hold the Info button again.
Closing the user guide. Please wait.
Menu button. White rectangle with a raised horizontal bar in the center. Use this button to select the navigation level or option you wish to use. For example, section, phrase, chapter, depending on what's in each book. The first time you press the menu button, it will announce the current navigation level. Each additional press of the button will announce another level. Stop pressing the menu button when you reach the option you want.
Chapter. Jump. Phrase. Jump. Bookmark. Jump. Testament. Jump. Book. Jump. Chapter. Jump.
Previous button. White left arrow with raised edges and a vertical bar at the arrow's point. And Next button. White right arrow with raised edges and a vertical bar at the arrow's point. These buttons are used with the menu button. They enable you to move backward and forward in the book according to the menu item you've chosen, by section, chapter, and bookmark. To move forward or back by the option you've selected, press the previous or next button. For example, to move through a book by chapter, press Menu until you hear Chapter, which we have already done. Then press the Next button until you hear the name of the chapter you want.
Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5.
You can use the previous button to move to a previous chapter.
Chapter 5, Chapter 4, Chapter 3.
The previous and next buttons will continue to navigate in the currently chosen option until you press Menu and choose another navigation option. Pressing and holding these buttons will let you move by 5 items at a time until you reach the beginning or end of the book. The navigation options will vary from book to book. Many patrons use the Advanced Player for listening to the Bible, as they can navigate by book, chapter, and verse. A cookbook might offer recipe as an option. Moving by phrase will let you jump ahead or back in small segments, for example, from ingredient to ingredient. Bookmark, the mark button, white rectangle with a raised vertical bar in the center on the right side of the player. Use this button when you wish to return to a spot in a book. Simply press Mark at the desired location.
Chapter 3. The Man and Woman Sin.
Bookmark inserted.
The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made.
You may continue listening and return to the spot anytime you wish. The player can keep hundreds of bookmarks in its memory, even after you remove the book or turn off the player. You can then return to a bookmark the next time you play the book by pressing Menu and choosing the bookmark option, then navigating to the bookmark using the next and/or previous buttons. To delete a bookmark, press the Mark button when you reach the bookmarked spot in the book.
Thank you for joining us here in our recording studio in Pierre, South Dakota at the Braille and Talking Book Library.
If you have any questions, please contact the South Dakota Braille and Talking Book Library at 605-773-3131 or 1-800-423-6665.